You're gonna take over so I can
I did. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
So I have the agenda up. I don't know if there was anything else.
No.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Larry.
That's all right. I'm always late, so I understand.
All right, so we can start.
Starting?
The two main people here, Larry and Maggie.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you for showing up today. Welcome to Committee Board 2 Youth Service Committee meeting. We're going to start right away because we got the okay. And I believe we're going to talk about the back to school event first.
Yes.
Well, I have my own comments about the back to school event. People told me it was pretty decent. Some people say it was pretty good. I didn't think it was that good personally myself, but listen, as long as the kids got book bags and people got stuff to eat and had a one good day in the community, I thought it was excellent in that sense. But I had some things that I personally didn't like. I talked to a few people. I know one of the biggest problem we have is how the book bags are given out. For some reason, they always get out of place. They always get like hectic in that area. People basically like bum rush the line. They jump the line. We did pretty good for a certain time. And I got to really educate the newcomers that when Baldor come, it's like basically hands off with Baldor. I want Baldor to do their thing like they always do, like they have been doing. I was recently told that Eileen was a little upset about the treatment she got at the event. I wasn't aware of that, but if I knew about that, I would have stopped that right away. We want Baldor to come in, set up, do their thing, give out all their book bags, and don't get frustrated and leave in the middle of the event because they're getting harassed or frustrated about people trying to take over their thing. It's Baldor thing with Community Board 2, and we have to stick to that plan. I want Baldor to be happy because Baldor gives a lot to this community, it gives a lot to us, and the book bags are distributed by Baldor. They try to give everything away, but if we're going to bother them, interfere with them, now once Baldor moves along, they finish giving out their book bag, then Community Board 2 does their thing. But until that time, we're going to continue doing it that way. Any comments from anybody else about the back to school event? Positive or negative? Say what you got on your mind. It's okay.
I think it went well.
Okay.
I think it went very well.
Larry, I apologize. I apologize that I left early because Alexa's asthma was acting up.
Okay. No, those things happen. We can't foresee that. So the kid gets sick. You mom, you got to go with the kid. So that's understandable. Yeah. Thank you for letting us know about that. Anybody else have any comments about the back to school event? Listen, if you got negative stuff to say, let me know so I can try to correct it for next year. It's a good thing. Let people know.
I do.
Go ahead.
Okay. In the years that we've done this back to school, Baldos has always come and they do their own thing. They bring their own employees. That was explained. I don't know if you explained it on the meetings that I wasn't present, but I didn't like the interaction with Baldos and a couple other people that volunteered. Eileen comes and she does her own thing. We do not bother her. She brings her own people, but I didn't like a lot of interaction that went on with her. And next year, I don't want no volunteers or nothing. Let it be the auxiliaries standing there with Eileen and giving out the book bags. That's it.
Okay. Thank you for your comments.
You know who I am, right?
You know who's speaking? This is Maggie.
Do you know who's speaking? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. This is Maggie.
All right. So I never am able to attend the event because that's when I take my vacation. But no, it was never mentioned that Baldor has their own staff and does their own thing. So, but you have to remember, we really didn't have that many meetings as well because of COVID, and we were told that we had to start doing things in person, and then it switched up at the ending that we were able to do things virtually.
I'm sorry, but Larry had meetings.
No, I
no, you
know,
know,
but
look,
he wasn't able to have all of the volunteers.
well,
So
I
if
wasn't
you
able to have
one
my,
volunteer, if you have one volunteer and then 10 people come, you're only gonna have one person that's informed. You
Yeah, but
understand?
I had volunteers that I didn't even know who they were.
That's
There
exactly
was
what
a
I'm
lot of
saying.
people I didn't even know. That's what I told Larry. They were like, I'm here for book bags. I'm here for this. I told Larry, what's going on? Who are all these people?
That's
They
the
never
problem.
informed me.
That's exactly the problem. So the fact that we weren't able to zero down on all of the volunteers is what made it a little messy this year. But hopefully next year we are able to
Moving forward,
correct.
it'll get better.
Yeah, no, and you can only get better. There's no way to get worse. You understand? So this is why we ask for your opinions now and your suggestions so that way we can correct the issue for next year.
well, I think everybody has to realize COVID had an impact. We were stranded with a lot of our volunteers, and once New York City started opening up, I did call our regular volunteers, but some of them was in Colombia, they was in DR, they went to California, they went to Florida. They said, I'm not coming back no time soon, Larry. I was like, okay, I understand. They went to visit relatives, loved ones, grandparents, people had kids, they hadn't seen their grandkids and stuff like that. So these things happen, but I think we do a lot better next year. I know that I'm gonna request community board too to allow me to do permission to start the meetings in January. I don't know how successful I'll be in that, but I'm gonna ask them to let us start early so we can have a better coordination, everybody duties, responsibility, and how we interact with each other. I just think we could do better. I just was disappointed that Valdor left. I had no idea why he's leaving, but now that I know how to deal with it. I think we just move forward. Nothing we can do about the past. The past is behind us. We move forward, keep our heads up high, and do the right thing for the community because the kids need us. They need book bags. They need one day they can say that they had a great time. And I guarantee you guys this year I would definitely have prizes for the kids, raffles for the kids, and a few things, entertainment that we couldn't do. I tried to get entertainment group. I went to the place personally, but they told me the guy moved. He left. I said, what are you talking about? He always said, no, he moved out. He left the state. So things like that has affected everybody from all ranges, all angles, all companies, all organizations, all people. And nothing we can do except move forward.
I think as a suggestion, all of your volunteers should have at least attended 3 meetings throughout the year.
Well, I agree with that. In a normal year, I would agree with that. But last year, I couldn't agree with that because some
No,
people
I'm
just
saying going forward, going
going
forward.
forward. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Because if you don't attend the meetings, you don't know what your duty is, what's your responsibility is. You don't know who you're gonna be working with, and you need a form of communication. Especially if you don't know the person, you can figure out how you guys gonna work together in this certain position you have. You know, we had to get people acclimated to other people that they didn't know. Sometimes that's a problem, you know. Then you got some people a little strong arm, they're a little more aggressive than other people. Other people step back, they watch, you know. But we want everybody on the same level. They come, volunteer, have a good time, and enjoy themselves at the same time while they volunteer. But I think we could do better as we move forward. I think so. I'm positive we will do.
Larry, I have a question, but Ray Arroyo has his hand raised.
Oh, go ahead, Ray. I'm sorry. Ray's
He's
still there?
driving. Give him a second.
So, sorry, guys. My phone
No,
was
no,
muted.
no. He's driving. Don't worry about it.
No, I wanted to say I personally really had a good time at the event. I'm sorry I had to go back and forth because I had an event at the bank though. But I think one of the other things we want to try to focus on is having our vendors there on time. The table was not having the tables was a bit of a challenge. Um, and even administratively behind the scenes, the last minute um, permitting issue with the city. So I think these things are really things that have to be highlighted. But overall, I think I was back and forth, and I had a really great time, and I thought a lot of the families and everyone was really happy. So I didn't pick up on the Baldor issue, but I wasn't there the whole time. So, but that was my comment.
I have
So
a,
maybe, I'm sorry, go ahead, Ralph.
I'm sorry, Larry, was everything handed out? Because someone, I was hearing that you was missing items from the PAO. Is that
Hey,
true?
that's what I heard too. At first I didn't know no items was left until I was informed about it. And some items we were still giving out at the last moment, but I was still told we should have more left. But uh I don't know exactly. It could be possibly true. I don't want to point no fingers at nobody, but I was told that we should have maybe close to maybe over 100 bags left. There's no 100 bags left now.
We have no bags left.
There was
That's
no
that's what
bags
I'm
that
saying.
was brought back. So I mean, I don't know how much more follow-up we could do with the PAO at this moment. But that's something that we should inquire about because obviously those were our bags and we could have used them for another event in between now and and next year's back to school event.
That's
Um,
correct.
so if there's any way that you can follow up with the PAO, that'll be great.
I'm,
And
I'm,
as
I
a
can
suggestion,
follow up.
as a
Yes, it
suggestion for next year, maybe you can have the people who are gonna table there an hour there prior to the event. Don't tell them the event starts at 12 and then you start at 12. Tell them to be there at 10:30, 11 o'clock so that way they can set up and get their table.
Yeah.
I don't think that was the problem. I think the problem is the people that delivered the tables and the chairs. They came late.
Oh, okay.
It was
Okay.
late. They came like almost 40 minutes late.
Yeah, so we got to tell them that they got to be there at 9 in the morning so they can get there at 10, something like
Okay.
that. So
All
I
right.
told
So
them already.
for that.
They was very late. I told the guy, I said, listen, you got your money up front. You supposed to deliver on time, man.
Right. Okay.
You said,
My question now is, do you have a total number of, book bags and items that were handed out? Like, what number can we say now? Like,
I don't know, because everybody's saying that we're missing book bag, but I can only tell you, I don't know what Eileen gave out personally. I mean, they
I
gave
can
out.
tell you what you gave out. Like,
Okay, that's good.
so I know what you gave out because we did the count beforehand.
That's correct.
So give me 1 second. I know.
Minus 100.
All right. So you gave book bag wise, you gave out 200 string book bags from Urban Health. And then you gave out, I'm sorry, bear with me. Uh, where are you? I don't even see the other part. Um, I think it was like 298 book bags. And then you gave out like an autographed jersey. You gave
we
out,
gave out the 90 school kits, right?
yeah, it was
Okay.
90.
Yeah, it was about 96 or something like that.
All right, so I didn't have that. I didn't have that.
496?
Okay.
496.
96, 96.
Yes.
Nine,
Minus
six.
the 100.
So as for Larry, for me, and for the office, if you can just follow up with the PAO, if there were any bags and any, we should look into that because that's
Okay.
we need to know that going forward because I don't know where we're gonna have the back to school next year, but if it is at the PAO, this is something that needs to be addressed.
Well, for next year, I think that's why we should start early and start looking for options
Options
Maybe-
in what?
as far as actually a location to do the back to school event in our
Okay.
neighborhood.
I suggest Ray Arroyo's place.
Okay, that would be like number one on my list. I like
Yeah.
Ray. I like how you do business too.
Okay, that's mainly it. I mean, we have some other little things as far as the budget. We should go over that
You
at a
want to do that
later
now?
date. No, at a later date, we should go
Later
over
date.
the budget,
Okay.
Unless you want to go over it, but we
No,
can
that's
go
all right.
over the
Well,
budget and then,
I could tell him the inventory of what was left throughout for the end of this meeting, rather the end of this event. So he has 98 spiral notebooks, 149 Nick pencil cases, 41 rulers, 60 pens, and 253 pencils.
that was what was brought back, correct,
That
Cindy?
was what was brought back with no
Correct.
string book bags, no book bags. So,
Correct.
okay.
Listen, before I forget, we didn't get to announcement yet. Okay, I'm jumping the gun. Okay, continue, people. We just stopped there. So looking for another location is a good idea. That's what you guys telling me.
Yes. And listen, for everyone who's on, I know some people don't like to have negative comments, but you can feel free to email us and we'll address it without speaking. So that way we want this event to be good for everyone. And the only way that we're gonna make it good is if we hear the bad. We're not there to see everything that happens, and you are our eyes and our ears. So if you see something that was not done correctly, please inform us so we can correct it.
I think negative comments is good. That's how you know what's happening behind the scenes, something that you didn't wasn't aware of, you didn't know about it. Just like I wasn't aware of the Baldor incident of Eileen having issues with people. I didn't know nothing about that. I'm so glad somebody brought that to my attention. So now
I
we
think
could address it.
you should really reach out to her and apologize and ask her what we can do differently for next year.
Oh, I definitely gonna do that. I stay in touch with Eileen a lot. I get
Yeah.
along with Eileen. So I think we won't have no problem. She might be glad we move it to another site if we can get another site, but I don't think I have any problem with her.
Thinking and knowing is two different things. Let's get it
Yeah.
done.
I will get it
But
done.
you see, Larry, that was the reason for us having the meeting and us having the shirts, because we knew who the people with the shirts were standing at. Because I was on book bags with Maria. How other people got in and started putting book bags on the table, I have no idea. I know Eileen told us to put the girls in one side and the boys in another side. And
Well,
that's what I
that's
did.
that's
Then
not gonna happen next year. I mean, I got an idea who we're talking about, but I'm not gonna mention no names. I think we should move forward. We could correct this problem. It's not a major problem. Some of the people that was on the book bag is definitely not going to be on the book bag next year. I think we're going to lean towards the idea that Maggie came up with, the auxiliary. Let the auxiliary, because they don't want a book bag. They don't need a book bag. And I know a lot of the young men and ladies that do auxiliary work for the 41st precinct, and they're good kids, good young people. Say young people, not kids. Young people. And I think we could go that way. Because they set an example. You know, these are people that do volunteer work for our community. Other kids should be able to see them helping out.
All right, I think we should move on then.
All right.
So
What's
that was
next
the
on the
only
table?
item on the agenda mainly. So I
Oh,
know
yeah,
there's
yeah.
people here, and you have announcements, so I don't know if there's any old business that people want to bring up.
No, I like to ask a question. I don't know. For the back to school next year, what is the earliest, from your understanding, I could ask to start having meetings, Ralph?
That's not my call. That's a call that you should
Mr.
bring up
Chairman?
to the executive committee and
Executive committee.
determine from there. Also, you got to speak with V as the chair of the special events committee
Oh, and that part I know.
to discuss
I know
that.
that.
But I'm not.
But I'm asking what order? So the executive board first, then V?
I think you should talk to V first
Okay, that works for
and
me. Okay.
determine that.
I just want to know which order. Okay, thank you.
That's just a suggestion. I'm not saying
Okay.
that's what it should be official, but to make
Okay.
a call as far as when you want to start having meetings, I think it should come from you and from V, because he is the chair of the special events committee, and
That's correct.
we're gonna want V to be have some input regarding the back to school event.
Oh, definitely. I always reach out to V. He got good ideas too.
All right, cool.
Matter of fact, I think he's a little way ahead of us all with his ideas.
Okay, so there was no old business. Is there any new business?
Yeah, I got a new business. I got an email from a gentleman named Mr. James Gamble. He's part of the what you call it with let me see. Desmond Rosa over there at where David Vasquez is the president. They have an office over there. And he's telling me that on August 9th, I got this today, he's having a event at Barretto Point Park. I'm going to send the flyer out to you guys. And he would like to know if community board would table with us. I said, maybe you should give a presentation first, but it's October 9th at 12 o'clock. And he asked me, could community board 2 table? I said, I don't know. All I can do is ask them for you. I can't tell you. I can't give you that answer.
Is that a Saturday?
That's a Saturday. It said the collection at Barretto Point Park, live performance, food vendors, youth event markets, health screening, face painting, games, activity by Graham Witham, caring for the kids and the family since 1996, October 9th, 12 o'clock. We are looking for food vendors and young merchants. Send an email to TREVO productions@gmail.com. I got the flyer.
Larry,
I'll
you
send
have
that
to
to people.
have him follow up with the office directly.
Yeah, I am.
Justin.
Yeah, because it's actually called The Collective. That's the name of the event.
Oh, the collective. Okay.
Yeah, have him follow up with the office. We can follow up with that.
Okay. Thank you.
If that's it for
What's
new
next?
business, we can go to announcements. I know there's some attachments. So I'm just gonna go right down the list here, okay?
Ready?
All right. I think the first thing up here is our parade. And I know that I know Cynthia's on, Danielle, and I know V is on. So maybe V, if you just want to say a few quick words regarding it.
Yeah, sure. Good evening, everyone. And Larry, thank you for that shout out. I appreciate it. Yeah, the Halloween parade is back October 23rd, 2021 at 12 p.m. We have a lot of new things happening this year. One thing I wanted to mention, we are partnering up with Fidelis Care. They're gonna provide free face painting for I have to say this, it's only for the kids. So any kid without a costume, they're gonna be able to get their face painted before the parade. Fidelis is gonna be out there from like 10:30 a.m. to about 1 p.m. when the parade starts. So if you know a kid or if you know someone that doesn't have a costume, they're not gonna feel left out that day. They're gonna be able to get their face painted. They're also gonna be giving out some goodies. Verizon's gonna be out there and Planet Fitness as well. We have 10 marching bands confirmed, and there's a few other surprises I have. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
V, 10 marching bands?
Yes, sir.
I want to make sure I heard that. Okay,
Including the NYPD marching band as well.
All right.
good stuff. Good stuff. Let's move on then. Thank
Oh, and DP just confirmed they're going to be giving away little goodies so we can put in the bags. Because every kid goes home with a candy bag.
you. Great. Perfect. Thank you.
Hey, guys.
Mhm.
This is Ray. I still have that donation for the parade.
Yes, Ray. We'll pick it up
Love you, Ray.
for Friday.
I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. I'm like, oh my God, I feel so bad.
We get
No
it.
Thank
worries.
you.
Thank
We
you.
know where
We
you
appreciate
are.
it. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you for reminding me.
Thank you. All right, let's move on then. Uh, that's it. That's the only attachment that I see.
Yeah. But we have Miss Nikita from the Hope program as I'm assuming an announcement.
Yeah, we're up to announcements. Ray
Okay.
just raised his hand again.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's for an announcement, but we do have some people on here and maybe want to give them an opportunity, Larry, a couple of minutes just to see if they have anything they want
Yeah,
to
give
update.
everybody a couple minutes. Go ahead, people.
Oh, so
Who's
Ray is first. Ray has his
Yeah,
hand
Ray.
raised.
Just I wanted to remind everyone, if you haven't been to it before, this will be our third annual trunk or treat. Right now it's tentatively on Halloween in the evening in front of the 41st precinct. It's a really fun time. I will have a flyer hopefully out and right the first week of October. We're working out all the details, but you just put it on your calendar if you're looking for something to do in the neighborhood on Halloween. It's always a great event, always a great turnout.
Well, at least I'll be there.
Yes, make sure we
I'll
get the
drag you
flyer
with me.
for that also.
We'll be there.
Yep, no, I will get the flyer to everyone soon.
Great, great. I don't know if anyone else has announcements.
Nikita has an announcement.
Yes.
I do. Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Nikita Van Story, and I'm the Director of Recruitment and Admissions for the Hope Program. And I'm standing in, usually we have Jen Mitchell, our Executive Director here, that can give announcements and things. But I just want everyone to know that we have 4 programs that we're recruiting for right now, particularly our Youth Build program, which is specifically for young people who are between the ages of 18 and 24, and they do not currently have their high school equivalency diploma. It's a 6-week program. All of our trainings are free, and I just wanted to put the word out and make sure that I have an opportunity to share the flyers for that. And we, for the first time, Hope will be offering an HVAC training, and that is for anybody that's 18 and older. And I want to get the word out. The youth bill deadline, that class starts on October the 4th, so I'm actively recruiting. The HVAC program starts on October the 18th. And we also have a program called Intervine that we're actively recruiting for that starts on October the 11th. And that is for anybody that wants to get into general construction, horticulture, any kind of maintenance or anything like that. And then lastly, every 2 weeks, we have a new 7-week intensive job readiness assistance program called HopeWorks that we're looking for. So I'm looking for assistance on tabling, getting the word out. If you know any young people, anybody, any job seeker that's over the age of 18 that we can do a presentation to, invite them to our information session that we have every Tuesday and Thursday at 1 p.m. Just how can we connect with any job seekers that any of you may know? And like I said, particularly that youth bill, because that will not come again until April of 2022. So that's all I wanted to give an announcement about those programs and see how you guys can help us get the word out and make sure we get these job seekers connected to job training, full-time employment, and certifications and everything that they need to move forward. Thank you.
Nikita, do you have any flyers available now?
I have flyers in the office, and I printed them out today. I thought I had them here.
We'll get them up then. We'll make sure that we
Well,
blast.
just leave your information in the email, and I'll send them out because I did receive them via email. So
Right.
just make sure you leave your information in the chat, and then I can send them via email.
Most definitely. So I have both the image version if you want to post it to social media, and then of course PDFs, and we can mail them to you also if that'll be helpful.
Danielle already did that.
Oh, good. Thank you. Good job. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Who's next? That's it, Ralph? Nobody else?
Well, I mean, I see a lot of people here. You got a nice crowd. I want
We
to.
have a lot of new members. We have Carrie Agapito, a returning board member. We have Jonathan Matier, and
Yeah.
then we have
Ray Arroyo.
Ray Arroyo. So,
And I want to acknowledge that you have 5 committee members, Larry, and at one point I saw all 5 here. So, you know, you got.
I got a question, or I'd like to ask the new members. Was you guys appointed this committee, or this is a committee that you guys actually wanted to?
No new member has
they
been
just
appointed.
attending.
Yes,
They just attending.
we've
Just
asked.
attending.
Yeah, we've asked the new board members to attend committee meetings so they can get an idea of what currently is happening. And then the executive, you know, according to our bylaws, is the chairman, but at the executive committee is when we're gonna you guys, the board members, executive committee themselves will appoint the new board members their committees. So but we have a lot of people attending, a lot of new board members. Thank you, Cynthia, for acknowledging them also.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Anybody else wants to say something, talk, anybody? That's it, Ralph?
Like I said, I see a lot of different people on here. I just want to acknowledge Johanna De Jesus, who's on here from La Peninsula. I don't know if Johanna want to say anything. We got the Zero to Grown people here. Yeah, but I don't know if, you know, I thank them for attending today's meeting. Yes, we had to cancel yesterday's education. We've requested the Department of Education come give us an update on just protocols and procedures regarding COVID-19, and the superintendent couldn't make it in time. So that's something that we're looking forward to. I know that's somewhat youth related. But
Which
yeah,
superintendent? You don't mind me asking?
I'll follow up with that, Sandra. I really don't know who was the superintendent. But
Because I have the superintendent that was gonna join our council meeting. But if you want, I can reach out to her and have her come up, because there's the executive superintendent, which is Erica Tobias, and now our regular superintendent is Jennifer Joyne.
Yeah, okay. I'll follow back up with that, but I just want to acknowledge yesterday's committee why it was canceled. And then we have our full board meeting next Wednesday, the 29th. If you're not on our distribution list, please send us an email. So you can get a link for that. But you know, every meeting is a public meeting. All committee meetings are public. So, yeah.
You said the 29th?
Wednesday, the 29th at 6 p.m.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. No problem.
So if you want to sign up for, let's say, to volunteer for the Halloween event, we could talk about that day, right? That's how you do it?
Negative. If you
Negative.
want to do anything for the Halloween, I would suggest that you reach out to the office.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a next month we have a special events committee meeting, and I think that would be more of an appropriate place. Like if you're looking to volunteer, or if you want to, you know, an organization wants to table, you can reach out to us anytime for that.
Okay.
At the full board meeting, it will be kind of difficult because at the full board meeting should only be business that are discussed at the committee levels. There's always a public session. People can discuss things at the public session. And then an announcement or new business, if there's any new business. But technically, the full board is just a recap of all the committee meetings.
Yeah, I remember. Okay. I just
Along
wanted to
with
see.
the public session. The public session is what we are required to do in the charter, the city charter. So we always
Okay.
start the meetings with the public sessions.
And Ralph,
Looking for
Carrie?
any questions
Yes,
regarding
me.
that, you can follow up with the office. But we do have a special events committee. I'm sure this next one, they're gonna spend dedicate a lot of time just on the back to school event.
Okay,
No,
no problem.
She was actually a former board member.
Yeah, I just wanted to remind myself how it goes.
Sure,
Thank
not
you.
a problem. Welcome back.
When I
Karen.
saw your name, I was like, oh, that's Carrie. I remember her.
That she did mention that.
So
Thank you.
welcome
I
back.
also
Welcome
left my
back.
email too in the chat if anyone has questions
Okay.
about the parade as well. And if you need me to write it again, I'll do it.
I got it.
Right.
Don't worry about it because everything that you wrote, I'm going to send out to everyone who's here.
Sounds good.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Well, if you have any questions, concerns, feel free to email us or text us. And I guess that's the end of that. Larry, anything else?
That's it on my side. If that's it, I'd like to say thank you to everybody that showed up today. Really appreciate your appearance and showing up to this meeting. Thank
I do
you.
want to also acknowledge that tomorrow one of our board members, Maggie, is going in for surgery, and she's here with us now, which shows dedication. And I think we should
Maggie, we love you, Maggie.
pray for Maggie that she has a great recovery coming ahead, because we need Maggie on her feet. So Maggie, nothing but the best.
Yes, Maggie,
Thank
God
you.
bless.
Thank you.
Get well.
Thank you. Hi, Richard. You're on finally.
All right, I'm on my iPhone. I couldn't figure out the computer.
Okay, I'm glad you're on.
Okay,
Okay.
so you guys have a good night.
Okay.
Everyone
Right.
stay safe.
Larry, adjourn the meeting.
Yes,
Larry.
good night.
Okay. Very good.
Larry needs to adjourn the meeting.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry. This meeting is officially adjourned. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you, everybody, for showing up tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good night.
Larry,
Good night,
Okay.
everyone.
Good night.
Night.
stay safe.
Good
Good night,
night.
everyone.
Yes,
Very
good night.
good.
Yeah.
Take
Thank
care.
you and good night.
Good night.